My name's Harland Briggs. I've been on the road for 30 years, driving 18-wheelers through the back roads, highways, and long-forgotten stretches of America. If you've been driving trucks long enough, you know the road isn't just asphalt and yellow lines. It's got memories, it's got secrets, and sometimes it's got things that don't belong to this world. Tonight, I'm going to tell you the story of Jack Thompson, a trucker who swore he'd never let his son touch a rig after what he went through. So, buckle up, turn down the lights, because this is one ride you won't forget. My father, Jack Thompson, was a truck driver for most of his life. By the time he retired early, he had enough stories to fill 100 campfires. But one night, after a little too much whiskey, he finally told me the reason he quit for good. He said it was because of Renegade, not a man, not a biker gang, not a company, a truck, an old, ghostly 18-wheeler that haunted Highway 27 down south. And the night he saw it, he swore he was never gonna touch the wheel again. The sun was sinking low behind the Georgia pines. Jack had been driving for hours, his headlights catching the long shadows stretching across the road. Truckers get used to silence, the hum of the engine, the thud of tires on the asphalt. But sometimes, that silence gets heavy. He reached a lonely stretch of Highway 27, a place where the trees closed in tight on both sides. The sky turned crimson, then deep indigo, and Jack felt something. Not just tiredness, not just loneliness, something wrong. That's when the CB radio crackled. "Jack, you feel that too?" It was Larry, another driver running the same route. Jack tried to laugh it off. "Probably just the quiet playing tricks on us, Larry." But Larry didn't laugh back. His voice was sharp, uneasy. "Nah, Jack, I've been down this road too many times. Something's off tonight. Keep your eyes peeled." Jack's eyes flicked to the rear-view mirror. Headlights. A truck was catching up to him fast. At first he thought nothing of it, just another rig pushing through the night. But then Larry's voice came back, trembling. "Jack, that truck, there's no driver in it. It's empty." Before Jack could respond, the rig blasted its horn and roared into view. An old, weather-beaten monster of a truck, paint peeling, metal rusted, but still alive with power. Across the bumper, in faded red letters, was one word: Renegade. Jack's chest went cold. He'd heard the stories. That truck was supposed to be gone, wrecked years ago in a fatal crash. The driver had burned alive. And yet, here it was, barreling down Highway 27 like death itself had climbed back behind the wheel. As Renegade roared past him, Jack caught a glimpse inside the cab. There was a figure, just a shadow, no face, no features, just blackness sitting at the wheel. Then, as quickly as it appeared, the truck vanished into the night. But the road wasn't done with him. Moments later, a thick fog rolled in. Jack's headlights cut through it, but barely. Shapes danced in the mist. Whispers echoed just beyond reach. The CB crackled again. Larry's voice panicked now. "Jack, get out of there. That fog ain't natural. I'm seeing things, man. Things I can't explain." Jack gripped the wheel tighter. "Larry, I can't see a damn thing. What's happening?" But before Larry could answer, the radio filled with overlapping voices, whispers, moans, screams, all distorted into a nightmare chorus. The road twisted like a snake. Jack's stomach churned. He slammed on the brakes. Out of the fog stepped a woman, dressed in white, pale, silent. Jack's heart nearly exploded. He swore he hit her, felt her pass under the bumper. But when he checked the mirror, she was walking right through the back of his trailer, like she was made of the fog itself. The whispers grew louder. Words clawed at his sanity. He felt sick. Cold sweat soaked his shirt. And then, silence. The fog thinned. The shapes disappeared. The woman in white was gone. Jack's rig finally broke free of the mist. The night looked normal again. The moon hung low, silver light spilling across the asphalt. But nothing felt normal. His hands shook on the wheel. His breath came shallow. He checked the radio. Static. Larry was gone. Had he ever even been there? Jack never found out. Nobody did. But one thing he knew: Renegade was real. The fog was real. And the woman in white was real. From that night on, he swore he'd never drive a rig again. And he made me promise I'd never follow in his footsteps. Highways have their share of ghosts. Some folks say it's just stories truckers tell to pass the time. But I've been out there long enough to know some stories are warnings. So next time you're out late, driving through the southern highways, and you see a pair of headlights creeping up behind you, pray it's just another driver, and not the Renegade. My name's Harland Briggs, and this was one of my truck driver stories. If you enjoyed this ride through the dark side of the highway, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Trust me, there are plenty more stories waiting out there in the night.